Julian Assange, the WikiLeaks Files, The World According to USempire. Welcome to the summary of The WikiLeaks Files, The World According to USempire, a book by Julian Assange that takes an in-depth look at WikiLeaks and its impact on global affairs. In this book, readers will be introduced to how WikiLeaks has grown since its inception in 2006 and its role in exposing the secretive, corrupt, and sometimes illegal practices of governments, institutions, and corporations. Key highlights include revelations about mass electronic spying carried out by the U.S. National Security Agency, NSA, dubious war tactics, and the covert influence of the U.S. on the world economy.
The controversial rise of WikiLeaks. Established in 2006 by Julian Assange, WikiLeaks is a platform for whistleblowers to anonymously upload confidential documents about corruption, illegal practices, and misconduct by governments, institutions, and corporations worldwide. With over 2 million U.S. State Department records published to date, including evidence of propaganda investments and false positivity on harmful policies, WikiLeaks has earned a reputation for disclosing momentous revelations. However, the U.S. government has always vehemently opposed WikiLeaks, with different administrations condemning it and even going as far as censoring it in public and educational institutions. Although the International Studies Association has prohibited its members from using WikiLeaks material, its revelations have been a source of valuable information and insight into U.S. policymaking. U.S. military and international law. Renowned anthropologist Talal Asad deems war as a last resort for those of good character and benign motives, yet the U.S. government has repeatedly shown little respect for international law and has committed war crimes. WikiLeaks has exposed instances such as the execution of Iraqi civilians in 2006 and the assassination of journalists. Despite U.S. claims of righteousness in Guantanamo, the WikiLeaks files revealed that many prisoners were held despite posing no risk. This highlights the George W. Bush administration's moral adjustment based on an us versus them mentality. The CIA's torture program. The CIA's torture program during George W. Bush's presidency is a disturbing revelation that haunts the government and American society. The United States captured and tortured a Saudi national named Abu Zubaydah in Guantanamo, resulting in prolonged interrogation tactics, stress positions, wounding, and psychological torture. The CIA's actions were justified as saving lives and continued to happen with congressional approval. The government continues to bury accountability, posing structural issues in the country's image and its actions. The CIA's torture practices expose the dark truth of the American government's actions. The International Criminal Court and the U.S. The International Criminal Court, ICC, was established in 2002 to investigate war crimes, genocide, and crimes against humanity. While most countries supported the idea of universal jurisdiction, the U.S. sought to limit the ICC's power. Despite this, President Bill Clinton signed the Rome Statute, serving as a symbolic endorsement of the treaty. However, in 2002, George W. Bush withdrew the U.S. signature from the treaty, freeing American citizens from the threat of prosecution for war crimes. The ICC has no enforcement officers and depends on government cooperation to extradite indicted individuals. As a result, in its 13-year history, the ICC has only indicted citizens of African countries. American imperialism in the global economy. American capitalism has spread around the world due to its establishment of international trade agreements that make it the prevalent economic model. The finance sector wields a powerful influence over U.S. policy, whose technical expertise, training, legal knowledge and attitudes permeate the U.S. government. This relationship ensures that the financial institutions of the U.S. are free from democratic oversight and maintain an iron grip on politics and decision-making while championing and protecting these financial interests on a global scale.
After exploring the WikiLeaks Files by Julian Assange, we come away with critical insights into the significant role WikiLeaks has had in unveiling the darker side of global practices. The book displays how governments like the United States have committed war crimes, manipulated public opinion through propaganda, and used their power to control international organizations such as the International Criminal Court. We also discover the intricacies of the US's global economic influence through its financial institutions and trade agreements. Overall, this book presents a striking view of the world, as exposed by WikiLeaks, and underscores the power of transparency.